Okay, so we are beginning our online international education fair and the webinar is about to start. I can see we have about 100 students. I want to thank you for joining us today. I hope this is going to be a useful information when you're going to be attending. Till the end of the webinar, you will be able to learn about the scholarships, application fee waivers, the COVID-19 updates, and many more. So watch till the end and ask any question that you have. I hope it's going to be worth. Thanks.
So we have flexible start dates, which I mentioned. Our downtown Seattle location is definitely a highlight because we have a lot of international famous businesses located there, like Amazon, Microsoft, Adobe, Expedia, Starbucks, things like that. So there are good internship and OPT opportunities. We don't require the GRE or GMAT test, and we do have international student scholarships of $2,000 to $5,000 based on GPA. So Seattle is one of the fastest growing cities in the US. As I mentioned, it's home to a lot of global companies. We have an excellent bus and process. And we have about 6,000 total students. Class sizes are about 30 students or less, and we do have internships and a career center available. And here you can see our different accreditations. And this can assure you of the quality of the instruction, and we are a nonprofit private university. So our graduate requirements, I'm focusing today on two programs, our MBA program and our MS in computer science program. So for both of these programs, we accept either 3 or 4 year bachelor degrees. We don't require the GRE or GMAT, and we do require a TOEFL IELTS PTE test. So 87 TOEFL, 6.5 IELTS, 59 PTE. TOEFL has come out with an in-home TOEFL test, and we are accepting that at this time if you're looking to apply for the future but can't get into a test site at this point. We do not require work experience. So for our MBA program, we have emphasis areas in marketing, finance, project management, global management, and human resources. As I mentioned, we don't require work experience, though we do have students who have work experience. If you don't have an undergraduate degree in business, but you want to switch to business, you can do that. We just require one extra foundation course. And then we also have a business club called Enactus in which you can participate. That is optional, but we do have additional scholarships through that club. So it is a 2-year program, and you can see there the amount of credits that are required. We have start dates in January, April, July, and October. And there you can see the cost per credit, both for online tuition or in person. We also have what's called an assisted MBA program. This means that it's the exact same as our MBA program, but just if you need a little bit of additional English support. So if you have a TOEFL test of 76, IELTS of 6, or PTE of 51, you can join right away at our MBA program, but you just take 1 year of support classes in English at the same time. So we do have conditional admission to the MBA program, but I know a lot of times it's difficult to obtain a visa with that. So this program has been very popular with students. As you start your MBA classes at the same time, it still takes 2 years, just like the normal MBA program. So you don't waste time just taking English classes. You can start right away in that, but then you still are taking English classes as well to maintain the English level you need to be successful in the graduate courses. So again, these have the same quarter start dates, January, April, July, and October. So our fastest growing program is our Master's of Science in Computer Science, which is of course a STEM program. You do need specific courses before enrolling. So if you have an undergraduate degree in computer science, that's great, you likely have the courses. Or if you have work experience in computer science, that can also count. If you are coming from a different field and you want to join a computer science master's degree, that can also work. But we do have a 6-month certificate program that you would have to complete prior to joining the master's program. So all of those options are available. We do have conditional admission available as well. And it is an 18-month program, so a little less than 2 years. It has the same quarter start dates as the MBA program, so January, April, July, and October, and then same tuition fee as you can see there. Sorry, there we go. We do have a residence hall. As I mentioned, obviously classes are online at the moment, so you wouldn't be able to come and join this immediately, but when things clear up, students can live either in the residence hall or off campus. And it is a secure building only accessible to students. And it's a 10-minute walk from our downtown campus building that you saw on the first slide. And it's a 20-story building featuring a fitness center, community kitchen, laundry facility, lounge, and it has incredible views at the top. So here are the costs per quarter, depending on what type of room you're interested in. Super single just means a really big single room. And we do have residence hall scholarships. So if students sign up to live in the residence hall for 2 or more quarters, you can see there, depending if you're undergraduate or graduate, the regular cost, your student cost, and the savings. So essentially you'd get a scholarship in terms of savings to tuition. So our normal scholarships are merit-based scholarships. These are available for all international new students in academic programs. So the only requirement is your GPA, and you don't need to have a WES evaluation or something like that. As long as your transcript is in English or translated into English, our registrar will evaluate it to see if you qualify. So it is a one-time award between $2,000 and $5,000, and in order to apply, you just check the box in our financial declaration form to apply. So our application process is pretty streamlined compared to other universities, which is nice. So you just required an application fee of $50, original or certified transcripts or diplomas. Usually we don't accept digital copies, but now given the COVID situation, we are. So you can just contact us and we will work with you to figure out a situation in which you can get us your transcripts. English proficiency scores, we accept scanned copies of those, so no problem. Financial declaration form and bank statement, release of information form if you're working with an agent, and a passport copy. So online applications, we have a link. You can complete the application and pay via credit card online and upload your passport copy. And then an advisor will contact you for the rest of the materials. And again, we're happy to work with you as we know the mail situation is difficult at the moment. So here, it's a very simple application. These are things we don't need that maybe other schools do. We don't need photos, primary or secondary school transcripts, letters of reference, essays, SAT, SAT, GRE, or GMAT, or a deposit is not required at CityU. So you can also follow.
So this brings us to the end of the webinar. I hope the information that you have gained today is going to be useful for you for making an application to the university. If you still have any question or any query about applying to the university, then you contact one of the Study Metro representative. Thank you so much again for joining this webinar. Have a good one.